Hey, what's up everybody? It's Coach Britt. So today I wanted to give you some meal prep tips. This is what I do, so I just wanted to share with you. I hope you find it's helpful. So what I do is I shop at Costco bi-weekly and I buy all of my meat. So I get the big chicken breast, and then I get turkey, ground turkey. And I cook my meat all one day. Now, I don't necessarily cook all of my meals and put all my meals together. A lot of people do that and they find that helpful, but I find it helpful for me if I just have the base of my meals done. That way I can just have it cooked and ready to go. That way I don't have to cook every single thing every single time I need to eat. I am going to be doing more of a competition meal prep kind of diet, so I am going to need to eat 7 times a day, so I need to have this ready to go so I don't have to cook 7 times a day because nobody has time for that. I am blessed to work from home now, so that's wonderful, but I still don't have time to cook 7 meals a day because I have a business to run. So, and I know many of you are busy, you have families, so hopefully you find this helpful. So again, I shop at Costco, I buy wholesale. I get turkey, I get ground turkey packs of 3, which is about 3 pounds, and I have about 9 pounds of chicken breast, just boneless, skinless, nothing fancy, no organic or anything, it just clean, boneless, skinless chicken. It's a little cheaper than the organic kind, so I try to keep it as affordable as I can, especially when I'm making it in this much bulk. Also, it's good to get fresh vegetables from wholesale retailers as well. So I get my asparagus and green beans and sweet potatoes. Also, another great tip for you guys is to get egg whites out of the carton. It's just so much easier than separating egg whites if you're one of those people that doesn't eat the yellow and you just have the egg whites and you know you want to start eating egg whites. I don't know, I guess the yellow part's higher cholesterol. I don't want to sound ignorant or anything, but I just prefer egg whites, especially when I'm doing any kind of competition prep kind of stuff. So that's what I get. You can get like a 12 pack of these at Costco for $5. So again, really affordable and they last a while unless you're eating 7 times a day like I'm going to be. So what I do just for my prep is I don't put everything together. As I said, I just cook the base of the stuff. So I try to steam all my vegetables. I try to cook all of my meat in one day. So you pick a day of the week. Usually it's Sunday for most people. Mine is usually Sunday or Monday. It is Sunday night at 11 o'clock, but I just have to get it done, so I'm doing it now. Another great thing for you guys to have is these containers. You can get them at Costco. They're just like black plastic bottoms and clear tops. They're just like to-go containers. I guess they're in the paper plate section or the Ziploc bag section or whatever, but they're just so helpful to have like all of your stuff ready to go. So what I'm going to end up doing is just have a bunch of these containers just filled with meals because I'm going to be needing to eat 6 times a day. So I'm just going to have my meats and my vegetables just portioned in here correctly, and then you can take it and go. And this is for anybody. This doesn't mean if you're training for a competition you need to eat 1,000,000 times a day. This is just for every day. You can take these and pack your lunch in them, and then they're reusable. So they're like pretty good sturdy containers. This pack of 50 pieces, which is 25 containers total, was I think $8. So I mean, really affordable and really useful. So I highly suggest you get those. And then another thing that is really good for you to have is also this is Ziploc steamable bags. I don't have any to show you because I'm out of them, but they're basically just bags that you can throw vegetables in and steam them in the microwave because like who has time to steam vegetables on the stove and stuff. So they make life so much easier. You can find them in the Ziploc bag section or wherever you find your garbage bags or whatever, in Target, Walmart, Costco, whatever. I have not found them in wholesale yet. If I do, I'll let you know, but for now I get them at Walmart or Target. So just to give you a kind of an overview of what I do, I make it really simple. I don't do fancy. I don't do sauteing things. Like, I don't have time for that. So I use a lot of the seasonings that I use are Mrs. Dash because there's no sodium in them. So Mrs. Dash has a ton of seasonings. I have Table Blend, I have tomato basil, I have Fiesta lime. I mean, there's spicy, just really good seasonings that add flavor to what you're cooking and without the sodium, because sodium is something we want to avoid, blood pressure reasons, also especially those who are training for competitions. I'm getting on a cruise ship in 26 days, so this is why I'm prepping like this, because my body responds really well to this diet, and I know I have the muscle built, I just have to shred the fat. So this is how I'm going to do that. But anyway, so what I do is I cook about half of this pack. It comes in like these huge like things. So what I do is I just like cut it down the middle so I can just cook half, and then the other half I just kind of wait, because I don't want it to go bad, but I mean, I know I'm going to eat all of this probably this week, which is kind of scary to think about. But so what I do is I take a like cookie sheet and I cover it with aluminum foil just because it makes cleanup easier, because again, nobody got time to spend 3 years cleaning a cookie sheet. And I spray it with olive oil spray. So olive oil or coconut oil spray, whatever. So I just spray the whole thing. And then I just get the chicken out. I mean, it's already like trimmed and everything, so I don't have to worry about that. I basically just cut the package open and then get the chicken out. My hands are clean, I washed them. And then I just lay the chicken down here. It's how you would normally bake chicken. I just cook it on a cookie sheet. Nothing fancy. Again, I didn't marinate this or anything. I mean, I'm sure it would be better if I did, but I'm not going to. So I tried to make it simple, so I'll just drain the juice. And then, just to show you guys so I don't waste too much of your time, this is what I do. And I don't know if this is something that you should do, but this is what I do. I take the olive oil spray or the coconut spray that I spray the bottom of the sheet with, and I spray the chicken with it. Doesn't taste bad. I don't know if you should, but I'm just sharing with you what I do. So if you're like, that's gross, or you shouldn't do that, this is just what I do. And it works, and I haven't died, so it's fine. It's fine. And then I love garlic powder, so I put garlic powder on everything. And then I just season the top of it. So this is good too because the seasonings stick to it because you already sprayed the oil on it. And then, so I have garlic powder. This table blend stuff is good. So I'll just throw some of that in there. Like, I just season like whatever, because honestly, when you're eating chicken in this mass amounts, you just like don't taste it anymore. You just eat it. You just eat because you have to. You don't eat because you like it. But again, those of you who are not competition training, you can do this and you can spice it up and make it really fun. But that way it's done and you don't have to worry about it. So you can be more creative with your seasonings and your marinades. I just am sharing with you what I do because I don't have patience. So then I do that, and then I have my oven set at about 350 to 375, depending on how impatient I am and wanting it to cook. Typically what I do is I take a fork and I stab like the middle of it so it cooks a little evenly. I just do this, it's a habit. And then I just pop it in the oven I put a timer on for 25 minutes and I come check it just to make sure it's cooked through. Obviously you want to make sure chicken is cooked through. You don't want any pink in it. Duh, because that makes you get salmonella and something disgustingly terrible. So you want to make sure all of your whiter meats are cooked all the way through, no pink. So I just cook it, I just bake it in the oven for 25 to 35 minutes, just make sure it's done. I cut the center, make sure it's white, you know how to cook chicken, I don't need to tell you that. So that's what I do with my chicken. With my ground turkey, I pretty much do the same thing, except I put it, you cook it like hamburger, like you would make hamburger helper, obviously. If you're watching this video, you don't want to eat hamburger helper. I'm not telling you to eat hamburger helper, but I'm telling you that that's how you make your meat, like taco meat, anything. So I take the ground turkey, I put it in a pan like this. I do spray it lightly with the olive oil because ground turkey is very dry. So you want to make sure that you cook it in a little bit more oil than you would chicken because it's super dry and you don't want it to those of us who do like competitive diets and things like that, it's a little different because we just kind of have to suck it up. But you want it to be enjoyable. Like, you don't want to spend money on like food and like not like it. So you need to season the crap out of your turkey. Like, whatever ground turkey you're cooking, you need to make sure that you're seasoning it. Like, put fresh garlic in it. Put fresh herbs in it. I'm going to season the crap out of it with garlic and like fresh garlic. And like spicy, I have extra spicy, I've got tomato basil. I'm just gonna put as much seasoning in it as I can. Low sodium, no sodium, or just a little bit of Himalayan salt. And just make sure it's really, really seasoned. And it has a little bit of oil in the pan too, so it's not so dry because it's so dry, guys. It gets so dry. So that's my tip about cooking ground turkey. Ground chicken's a little bit different because it's not as dry, so you don't need to use like oil per se. You could just kind of saute it in seasonings. That's actually better. I like ground chicken better than ground turkey, but I got ground turkey and I'm just going to make it work. But ground turkey is great for making turkey burgers. You can look up on Pinterest, you can look up like meatloaf recipes with ground turkey and oats and egg whites. You can make just ground turkey and throw it in salads, stuffed peppers, stuffed mushrooms, whatever. You can be creative. But that's what I do with my ground turkey typically. I typically just throw it in spinach and a salad and just call it a day. But I do make stuffed peppers quite frequently and, whatever, just be creative. You can put it with avocado and mix it up kind of like an egg salad, but a meat salad. You got to get creative when you're eating this much meat. You just have to. Okay, so sweet potatoes, I just usually use the Ziploc bags, and I steam them in the microwave for whatever the Ziploc bag says. It has the instructions right on that, so that's really nice. Now, I'm just going to guesstimate it. I think it's about 7 minutes per potato. So, and again, I'm sure that there's health-conscious people that are like, you shouldn't microwave your food. But again, I don't have patience or time, and I haven't died yet. I've been doing this for a long time. So, that is just what I'm just sharing with you what I do. So, I take the potatoes and I steam them, and then I peel them, or steam them in the microwave, and then I peel the skin off and I mash them up usually, and just have them as mashed potatoes as a side with this. Sometimes I put a little bit of almond milk in there, but not often, because they mash up really well. So if you mash them up, or if you throw them in your blender with just some seasonings, I put cinnamon in them usually, a little bit of Himalayan salt, just to give them some flavor. But cinnamon is pretty much what I do for sweet potatoes, because I just learned to not add calories to my food that already has calories in it, right? Because food is fuel. Food needs to be you are what you eat. So your food needs to be like the most important part of your day and the most important part of your workout program. You need to be eating well. You need to treat your body well in order for it to treat you well, right? So I've just learned not to add extra calories to my food. So I try not to do that. So again, no butter. We don't need to be throwing butter in here. If you like the sour cream flavor, a little bit of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt on top is actually pretty good on these with cinnamon. Honey. Some honey is good because it's a natural flavor, or you can get agave, which it comes in all different kinds of containers, but it kind of looks like honey. This is organic blue agave sweetener. It's just like a natural sweetener, so it's better than sugar. So that's my tips for that. And then again, I told you get these egg white cartons. They're super helpful. I actually make protein pancakes with egg whites and sweet potatoes and steel cut oats. And basically you just throw raw egg whites, mashed cooked sweet potato, and like a quarter cup of steel cut oats, and just literally make pancakes out of it and spray the pan with coconut oil and just literally like cook it on one side until it's hard and then flip it over. It's just like a pancake, just to get extra protein and your healthy carbs in for the day. But I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like it, share it, subscribe, whatever. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and let me know what you thought. Have a good day.